By any objective standards, rights do not exist because you cannot weigh them, you cannot prove their existence in any physical way. And in addition to that, the Bible never says that we have rights. I looked it up in my eSword Bible app, and the word commandment or commandments is used 343 times in total. The word rights is not in the Bible. And the reason I bring this up is because people act like God owes them something. And when they complain about morality, they bring up this idea of human rights. But by their own standards, these human rights don't exist because they can't be weighed, they can't be proven in any sort of physical, scientific way. But people choose to believe them. And now here is where the caveat comes. We ought to have rights because it's nice, right? But the idea that you are born with a right, that because you breathe air, that you deserve something, even though you didn't earn being born, you didn't accomplish anything in order to be born, you just were born. You were given a great privilege to be alive. And this idea that the world owes you something is the root of a lot of sorrow and also a lot of hypocrisy and sin, but a lot of sorrow because if you come into this life and expect to be rewarded just for being alive, I mean, I've got news for you. That's total delusion, you know? And from a biblical point of view, like the reason God has his place is because he does all these things out of the goodness of his heart. And the same way that people criticize the Bible for lack of evidence, they don't actually apply that standard to anything else other than the Bible because the Bible proves them a liar and a coward and a pseudo-intellectual and an emotional child. And they don't like hearing that. But that's the truth. I mean, the world says that, oh yeah, we care about facts. Christians care about their feelings. But the reality is that real Christians care about facts and the world cares about their feelings because they can hear all the evidence in the world, but then one day they experience something supernatural and they're moved in a certain way and boom, they repent, they believe the gospel, they believe Christ. And that's just how it is. Like, if you actually care about the truth, you will become a Christian. The evidence is everywhere for you. Oh, and before you talk about like what about people born with like a horrible disorder? I was born with one of those horrible disorders and I never thought anyone owed me anything or that, you know, I should receive something that I don't deserve. And no, I do not wish I was aborted either. All right. So keep your hypocrisy to yourself. God bless.